Hey, isn't that Vidoc over there? Huh. Is it just Pаймон?
Seeing you at this time must mean you've already saved up a lot of credit coupons. Or at least enough to skip work. Impressive.
So, now can you tell us about the hidden rules you...
If that's what you want to know.
Huh? What do you mean?
Leonid and those other pesky broke urchins have all gone to work in the production zone. I wouldn't want them listening in without paying.
We get it, just tell us...
So, you know those pipes that make strange sounds? Don't ever go near them at night. Even if you manage to avoid the guards.
Something even more terrible.
A group of cannibals.
Cannibals? In the Fortress of Mиропид?
Every month, they meet a few times in the dead of night. Rumor has it they might be connected to the people, but what's even scarier is that they have a special proclivity. Since they have no way to dispose of the leftover remains, they have ways to transform them into other forms.
Pаймon might already know what you mean by other forms. So that's what's going on.
I've got things to do too. I suggest...
Traveler, can we just trust him on this one? Oh, Pаймon doesn't want... Oh, so that's how you see the situation. Huh. When will all the secrets end? Vidoc isn't here. But the...
Just stay away from me. Always at your service.
What? What are you saying? You shouldn't go around saying...
What are you talking about? Listen.
Their attitude sure is suspicious. Like they're trying to avoid us. But if they're being so obvious about oh, this is all getting way too creepy for Pаймon. So you mean we still need to investigate some more? Hello, Fielding.
What do you want? Criminals like you ought to be...
We just want to ask you have you ever discovered anything odd during your...
Why are you asking about something like that? Whatever happened...
well... right! We've heard it
Really? I see. But it's not... Now that you mention it, I recall my colleagues talking about something like that before. They say that strange things tend to happen.
So, what happens at night?
And they just conduct regular cleaning of the fortress's drainage facilities. There are 3 pipe cleaning days per month, and it just so happens that today is one of the scheduled days. You can try to confirm the sounds tonight if you want.
Oh, okay. Then we'll keep...
If that's all, then I'll be leaving now. I advise you not to try anything.
Don't worry, we don't want any time added to our Oh, he left. So what do you think about the pipe cleaning days he mentioned? Right, both are a possibility. But Pаймon knew you would say that.
Time to go.
Oh, I'm so tired. But we can't sleep yet. They'll be cleaning Huh? Traveler? Did you fall asleep already? Traveler, come on, wake up! Oh, it looks like you were just peacefully sleeping to Paimon. Really? So we're finally starting to figure out what actually happened! But, okay, well, it's about time for us to get Shh! Careful! We'll get in trouble if the guards catch us! This should be the place.
Time to go.
What? I know you. You were the ones we...
You've got guts showing up here.
You'd better leave now. Ain't nobody coming here to save you.
What'd you say? Yeah, so what if they were? If you put...
Hey, what's the point of all those rumors anyway?
I don't have to tell you anything. If you turn around...
Yeah, scram. Nothing worth seeing here. Huh? What did you...
Isn't that exactly what Boss said when he...
Hey, do you know our boss? Whoa. We had no idea our boss was such a... So, did he have you...
Oh, so you're Child's crew here? Seems like he had no problem fitting in.
We're the only ones who heard him say those words when he left that night. So, unless he All right, I guess...
Wow, those dreams of yours sure come...
We gave him the business for a while, and would always give him a hard time when he first came to the fortress of Mиропид. But here in the fortress, the strong will always earn respect. He was working the longest hours and racking up wind. You could always see how amazing he was, even when he was teaching us a lesson. So eventually, we all decided to follow him.
But one day, he suddenly told us that he had to find a way to escape this place, no matter the cost. And as his crew, if the boss wants something, so we got to work and used the hidden rules that were here to make up and spread the rumor about the cannibal rule. We just wanted to give him a better chance of escaping on a night after...
Oh, thanks to your rumor, nobody would want to come anywhere near here, prisoner or guard. But has a child already escaped? Why are you all still coming here?
Because as far as we know, the pipe he went into isn't actually an exit. It should be a dead end. It leads to an abandoned factory area, and even if there were a way to escape from there into the sea, we're still way too... But Boss still insisted on going in. It's like he was... So we told him that we'd pretend as if he never existed while he was gone, and that if he wanted to come back, he should wait for nighttime on a pipe cleaning day.
So you come and wait here through the night a few times a month just...
Yeah, but it's been so long now. We already know in our hearts that he must have managed to escape somehow.
Is it also
Nothing could ever defeat Boss or slow him down.
Okay, okay. Paimon was just brainstorming possibilities.
All right. Keep quiet and follow us.
The way up from here has been sealed off. It's embossed left by going down from here. It wasn't full of... Later, we came back hoping to have a look. That's when we found out it's impossible to navigate unless you're an...
Do you think Child got trapped by the water?
Not likely. We all know that Boss was an incredible swimmer.
Really? Then have him come investigate. Pronto. Just be sure to tell...
It's getting late. We should leave before the guards come this way.
Yeah, we learned a lot about what happened to Child here. We finally learned some key. When you said you knew a diver, you were talking about Fremine, right? If we ask Linny, he'll Why is Child like this? What was he doing going into the pipes? Fortunately, though, it seems like now that we can finally relax. It's morning already? Oh, Pаймon still needs more sleep. Huh? Wait, look over there! It's one of Linny's cards! Let Paimon see what's written. Maybe you haven't heard, but today is the monthly free day. Everyone has It's been a while since we last talked. Have you been making any progress lately? Ooh, today's our lucky day. We have the day. From the sound of it, Linny's been making... We still have some time before we meet up. Look, there are some people talking over there. Let's look.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a...
Hey, speak for yourself, mate.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface...
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
What kind of filthy bilgewater are you spewing? Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work. Who wants to live in the ruddy over...
And what makes you think they want to hire someone like you?
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy. Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say? That's true. There's a group of people over there. Let's go.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are...
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were...
What's the matter?
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Yeah, fine.
You hear that, Quisto?
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right?
Really? Are we...
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude...
You're...
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry. We're not playing with bombs.
So, you two really like...
No. You don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with... Whoa, all this info's worth something.
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play nice at the welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Right. That meal we had yesterday was super delicious.
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious...
You are correct. I am a true professional. Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about... You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't...
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks. Even better treatment in the infirmary.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the...
But did you know that Jurier was a talented researcher from the Fonteigne research...
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Miropid, you're just another inmate like everybody else. Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right?
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary. Come to think,
Wait a second. You don't think...
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates?
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Jurier to a pulp that one time.
Barbados, guide us.
Time to go. Time to go.
Hey, you over there? Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
You TCG players are like mint in the water.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? All right.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all... There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even out... Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right, then. Did you have anything specific in mind? Or...
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've...
All right. Have you heard any strange rumors? Then, did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner? Yeah, so you've already met those two. They're quite a pair. I heard that they used to be a chef and a bartender before they were sent down here. You know how bartenders are, always chatting with customers. And chefs love to pass the time just hanging.
Good to know. Do you have anything else?
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little... Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Miropid before?
Huh?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda a forbidden zone? Sounds like something that someone just made up.
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it.
Anything else? Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting.
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Time to go. Learn the safety rules by heart. Wait, what was this?
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. Huh? That look in your eyes. You found something?
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we...
Oh, as expected of the legend. Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about that he is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might...
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be...
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later. It's the least I can do. We're all in this together, so it's only... Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information.
Collecting
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to and if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get back?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine well. Oh, and there's just one last thing though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving.
What do you want us to do?
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active deal, but also there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first. My apologies. I just started
But that's not a bad thing, right? All right, then we'll head out as soon as we
Let's go our separate ways for now, then. Don't forget.
Hey, stay here for now. Pаймon will take a... There seem to be several people inside.
Right. I feel like we still...
It's not impossible.
So... it's a bit hard to understand them from here. Oh... Someone! Please help!
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before...
The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion.
Let me take a look. Please, lie down over here. Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
You can do it, traveler!
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger.
Eh? Oh, that's...
I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please... Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. And here? Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't... What about here? Does this hurt? Oh. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious.
So that's what it is.
And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while... Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help...
Very well.
And she hopped away, just like...
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Her stomach aches really bad. She was stumbling...
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry.
But it also looks...
Well, that's...
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a
That's correct.
Are you two...
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups, and to pick up the medicines Miss Siegewein prescribes for us. You could say she fancies herself as Miss Siegewein's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are—
Hey, don't start arguing now! Please, keep it... Hey! There's no need to fight!
Release. It's...
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place. See you later, everyone.
He just slowly walked off like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
You really can't stand him, huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he? I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Siegewein should be back soon, and I'm— No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Siegewein.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then... Miss Lorvine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we... Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon, too.
See ya!
I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right?
Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the traveler rest?
So her primary symptoms are abdominal pain. All right then.
Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds?
No, her base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods.
Got it! Pаймon will hold the traveler to that for sure. Oh, you're going to take a nap already? We've been to lots of places together. She may look a bit under the weather.
Oh, so you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry. You're awake.
How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we...
Well, now you can go back without a...
Thank you, Miss Siegewein!
Time to go.
I shall treasure this good fortune.
Time to go.
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time? No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyrron, don't take my grilled fish. Paimon talked with Sigewin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just... Whoa, you really are super thorough. All those... Today's the day! Let's go meet up with Vinny! Oh!
Hmm? Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule.
That's good. That means you didn't... We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago.
Wait, why is she...
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more, infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same face. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything...
Perhaps that's true. You are both very good people, and we've come to appreciate that more than... You've mentioned before that you've had some run-ins with the Fatui. I can understand that feeling.
Well, everyone could use some more friends. We'll be counting on you to help us...
Since I see you as friends, then it's even more important for us to protect you from... Glad to hear it. Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns.
Is now really a good time?
According to my observations, Sigewin always spends around half an hour away from the... Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural...
Okay, then let's...
Lynette should be here right now. Huh. Strange.
As expected, Sigewin isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to... Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here.
Okay.
Time to go.
There are some books here. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients. These sure are some interesting books. She even has books on understand...
Seems quite normal to me. None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to...
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then... Which means either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or...
This is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the... Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't...
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over...
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my...
This is...
Is that all? The back. This...
Show me, now!
That look on your face. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? Could she...
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning?
Yes, that is a crucial question. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though. I'd like to know that, too. Don't panic, just think everything over. Wait, you're right. Oh, the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds.
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
So he's challenging me and We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down. Don't be like this, Lenny.
No, I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the...
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please!
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be I have to go.
He's rushed out the door! After him!
Right. I feel like we still have some room to make...
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll
Someone! Please help!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, what a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also... Oh my! What's wrong, little one? Being able to read human expressions.
Lenny! Wait! It's no use. We have to catch up to him. He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Wriothesley's office.
Come out and face me, Wriothesley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my sibling?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes... Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your...
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? You knew we were investigating the infirmary. As for Fremine... No, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go.
There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Mиропид is a pretty pleasant place.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands.
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now.
He's not.
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once.
Thank you so much for cooperating. Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he—
Wait, you locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should—
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the—
So, you've been keeping tabs on—
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior.
You want to see Father? But why should she—
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Mиропид? This place is basically a no-man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important—
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you—
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly— Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here.
Linney!
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremine left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how—
I shouldn't ask Father to do—
6.
Wait,
2. Time's up.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Linney—
You do realize that I'm only letting you go, but that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress— Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind—
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems— Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that, the Melusines have also developed a— According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company— I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value. The research note said that the Melus—
So that's what's going on. The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed— At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes an out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sigewinne has only the best intentions with her. Unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special... Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sigewinne's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that... All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. We often see Miss Sigewinne observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Fonta's internal report... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because... According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. The Fonta promoter has... According to Collins... According to Collins, the Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial... We often see Miss Sigewinne observing the prisoners at work near the... The Fonta promoter has been...
Paimon gets this rule too now! So there really was that hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about how, people get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be a blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fonta's own staff were questioned. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale. They came to the fortress of Miropid and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push the Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would buy. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing...
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this, although based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my... All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of... You'll pay for... Ah!
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sigewinne. That was a...
There was nothing, Your Grace.
Sigewinne?
Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional.
Sigewinne...
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and that when Monsieur Nervulette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of...
But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Lenny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. His Grace knows it too, right?
My dear Sigewinne, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed...
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you.
What are you talking about? What time?
Take me if you want. Let them go.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigewinne, I leave Miss Lynette.
You...
I believe I hear footsteps.
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarend. My door.
Lemonade.
What's going on? What is Clarend doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse.
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr.
I'll talk to Clarend while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else...
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss...
Where is she?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct...
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sigewinne may have been forced to How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. Because I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time...
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried...
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to...
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions.
That's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case. Want some tea?
Not particularly.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea.
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a
Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine. They're all...
Are you sure? You don't...
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but...
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Fremine?
He'll be fine. But for now...
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette?
On it. Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
The Duke and Clarend are gone.
They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit.
Time to go. Time to go.
He's awake.
Lenny.
We're all here. The infirmary at the Fortress of Mиропид, Miss.
How do you feel? Don't push yourself if
Traveler. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now. I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used. Where could Master Child be? This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it? It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it. This is where the water starts. Master Child probably dived into the water. The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should... Oh, there are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the... My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it. I can't die here. I have to push on.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could...
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and...
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go think...
You're still too weak for Monet. You can... Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one...
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain...
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us?
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Lenny...
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave.
Understood. In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay...
Thank you.